transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met.
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received your next assignment. This main order can be undertaken by accessing the delivery terminal at East Fort Knott. While you attend to that, we'll continue our investigation into Neil Vanna. I'll keep you posted.
Nothing like a warm shower after a hard day's labor. Am I right, Sam? I feel as though I've seen those glasses before. Neil Vanna. But why did... And then if we have... First was amidst flames, and the second was in what seemed to be flood-ravaged ruins. Now, I believe that you were previously transported to a realm not unlike a battlefield. The places we found ourselves in are similar in that they were the sites of disasters. This is just a theory, but it could be the case that what we've seen is a reflection of Neil's mental state. He may have been a first-hand witness to a terrible tragedy which left a lasting mark on him. By the way, Sam, you saw tomorrow with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities. Taking green unripened apples and attempting to age them until they're red and ready to eat. But she's still having trouble getting it just right. She's taking it too far and making them rotten. There's no need to rush things. She'll get the hang of it soon enough. In the meantime, let's continue to support her.
From this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist Shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Looks good as new to me. Gotcha.
Yeah!
Thank you. Finally.
Look that one.
the
Good to see a friendly face. It's been a while since I've had visitors. I'll check your cargo right away. You took excellent care of this cargo, didn't you? I like it when people take their work seriously. Oh, wow, you found this? What a relief. I was all but certain it had been lost for good. I should have no trouble. All right. Use your Cupid to connect my shelter.
Now displaying your current order grade.
I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this. Thanks. I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck. Oh, and in case you're curious, the cargo you brought me contained a stock of cryptobiote variants. I've taken to calling them chronobiotes. They appear to alter your body's internal clock for a brief period when consumed. Just another example of the many ways the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc on our perception of time. It's introduced us to Timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately. Well, the porter who used to come through here was attacked by something. It was bad enough that they gave up doing delivery work for good. They still managed to deliver my last shipment, but it was covered with strange dents and markings. When I asked what had happened, they just said it was the work of the Headless Rider. People have been talking about the Rider for a while, actually. And there's this guy not far from here who's dedicated to studying strange mysteries like that. I sent him some details, and he said he'd need to ask around for someone to lend him a hand. You should keep your eyes peeled for trouble until he figures out what we're dealing with. They're cryptobiotes that have become infected with chiral microbes, parasites that induce changes in the host. Chronobiotes can accelerate various processes within the human body. Simply put, eating one should make everything around you appear to move more slowly. Much like timefall, which ages everything. And the beach, where time stands still. This disruption of the natural temporal flow is linked to the underlying mechanisms of the Death Stranding. Continued study of chronobiotes should therefore help us to solve the greatest mystery of our times. At least, that's what I've come to believe. So I've heard a little bit about Hartman's research via the hydrologist. You know, the mass extinctions of trilobites, ammonites, and the dinosaurs. Well, apparently, all these ancient events were set in motion by extinction entities. I'm told there was a human extinction entity as well. And that EEs had umbilical cords linking them to the beach, which could be why their fossilized remains were somehow unaffected by the passage of time. The parasitic chiral microbes that latch onto chronobiotes also originally came from the beach. So, you could even think of them as another form of umbilical tether linking their hosts to the other side. It's a pattern that shows we can't discount the possibility that a new EE might yet be born. And the reason why I believe further study of these microbes could help prevent another extinction event. Now that I have a chiral network connection, this sort of research should finally be possible. I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else around to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, a suborder just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network, too. I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again, and take care.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nilvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
Order completed. Well done.
You're always appreciated.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
We managed to learn a few more things about Nilvana. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist.
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
Lucy?
Neil Vanna's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void out which claimed an entire city. The void out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my often phobia. That's all she ever was to me.
Sam, this is Charlie. A new assignment has been entered into the system. You've been asked to go and connect the metagenomesis to the network. Access the chronobiologist's delivery terminal to find and undertake this main order.
Damn it. Seems the beach calls.
Heading out already, Sam? Can I sleep in a little longer? I suppose not, huh? Why don't you try freshening up with a shower? You and Neil Vana have a stronger connection than I realized. There must be some reason why he keeps appearing before you in that mysterious realm. Admittedly, while we've only seen a few pieces of the larger puzzle, it may lead to discoveries you might struggle to accept. Nevertheless, I commend you for your courage in facing your past head-on thus far. I say this with the utmost sincerity. When you consume a chronobiote, your perception of the world around you dramatically slows down for a brief period. It's not hard to imagine why that'd be beneficial in the middle of a fight. You'd have a much easier time lining up your shots, and you'd see enemy attacks coming long before they had a chance to hit you. I'm reminded of the difference in the passage of time experienced when we're on the beach. It stands to reason that both phenomena might be caused by microbes from the beach and their effects on our bodies when ingested. Was that, tasty, Sam?
Thank you, Sam.
Sure.
Did you manage to take a good photo?
Remember me.
That woman just now, was that...
Lucy. That was Lucy.
Ah, yes. She was your therapist, wasn't she?
Hello! Hello! My name's Sam! Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Somebody lend me a hand!
Hey, I need help too.
I'm Sam!
Hey, my name's Sam too.
Somebody lend me a hand!
Hey, I need help too.
Ooh, just the man I've been waiting for. The Metagenomicist's main order is prepped and ready for you. We'd like you to capture the timefall-resistant emu I identified and take it to her shelter. You might find the capturing part tricky, but if you're real quiet, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting close. Now, this emu appears to possess certain unique temporal properties. It may well have some kind of connection to extinction entities as well. The metagenomicist might have different insights into its nature given her specialization, though. Personally, I'm hoping this might lead us to a major breakthrough. Also, there's another order I want you to handle when you have a moment. It's still very troubling. Help us out, Sam.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be...
Order accepted. Thank you.
Yeah, until next time.
Hey! What?
You're mine.
The spot where it was last seen. Emus are awfully fast. This search may take a while.
Gotcha.
Wonderful. We've secured the animal. Let's deliver it to the metagenomicist.
Hey! Anybody out there? Hello?
Hello?
I'm Sam.
Hey, my name's Sam, too.
Thank you kindly. Relax.
Thanks for coming. I've been looking forward to this delivery. Now let's take a look. This delivery looks just great. Hardly any damage. Now, this is something I didn't think I'd ever get back. Guess I was too quick to get... My research is going... All that's left is to connect me to the chiral network. I'm ready.
Now displaying your current order grade.
I have something I'd like to give you. I hope it's to your liking. All hooked up at last. And wow, I was able to finish my analysis of the emu you brought me in an instant. Turns out it was absolutely riddled with parasitic chiral microbes. It would seem their presence was enough to alter the emu's temporal flow, which is probably... This all but confirms what the chronobiologist has been saying. Hosts for these chiral microbes are subject to the timeless influence of the beach. It's still unclear how this might be related to extinction entities, but it's a vital clue for solving the mystery of the Death Stranding. An extinction entity has the capacity to trigger the last stranding. And if that comes to pass, the end of humanity itself is a... Higgs attempted, but I know you personally put a stop. Hartman told me it's anyone's, and that's what EX cap. In essence, they allow, but that's not all. These grenades, I've prepared a few for immediate. There's so much. Yes. Next time you're able to inflict significant damage on a large BT, try tossing an EX capture grenade into its mouth. Not only will you neutralize your foe, but you'll find it also leaves behind a milky white chiral crystal. I've taken to calling these objects BT crystals. If you see one, make sure you don't forget to pick it up. I say that because if you've got one on hand, you'll be able to use it the next time you encounter a large BT. The BT crystal will react with the tar and transform into a variant of the BT you captured. When activated, the crystal will summon a variant of the BT that spawned it, which will emerge from the depths of the tar. Ordinary large BTs will perceive this variant as a critical threat and proceed to attack on sight. Well, we've discovered plenty of chiral creatures that resemble smaller animals like rats and spiders. As their name might suggest, chiral microbes are even tinier. They're parasitic by nature and favor hosts from the world of the dead. They're just an amazing discovery all around. The final missing piece I needed for my research. Yes. The chronobiology, our mother belonged. We've all got, but whatever the cost. In recent days, large BTs have been growing more active in the region to the... It's possible. If you're headed that way, though that might also be... And if you're interested, the staff there want to... I've posted a sub... There's no rush. Thanks again for all your...
Sam, your next destination is the F5 East Distribution Center, which can be found near the southeast shore of the lake close by. I'm told one of the staff members there is an old acquaintance of yours. Anyway, a main order has been entered into the system. You can access the delivery terminal here to undertake it. That said, another request concerning the animal you rescued has also caught my eye. Alternatively, you can undertake this sub-order first if you wish. I'll leave it up to you, Sam.
Order completed. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Try to stay safe.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another... Playing archived footage from this location.
Oh boy, that must hurt.
Keep it up, Sam. Right. Got a load cargo under the shelf in the back. That's the way. Gotcha. Hook that one. Snagged it. You're mine. Gotcha. Snagged it. You're mine. Gotcha.
Yeah!
Hook that one. That's the way. Hook that one. Snagged it. Hook that one. Snagged it. Hook that one. Snagged it. That's the way. You're mine. That's the way. You're mine. Snagged it. That's the way. Gotcha. Hook that one. That's the way. You're mine. Hook that one. You're mine. That's the way. Snagged it.
Anybody out there? Just a little opening.
Gotcha. You're mine. Gotcha. That's the way. You're mine. Hook that one. That's the way. Snagged it.
see you. It's me. Don't act like you've forgotten. Well, you didn't think it was Igor, did you? Anyway, I guess I better process that cargo of yours. Gotta say, Sam, you really are the best. Bringing me deliveries in such great condition. Where in the hell's this wayward thing turned? I don't even know how many times. All right, it's time for you to do you.
Now display your current order grade.
You're a real lifesaver, you know? I'm guessing you saw the Tar Lake. That's where the settlement known as Lakeside Fort Knott used to be. Whole place got wiped clean off the map by a void out. And since that day, the tar's been eating away at this facility. Some weirdness with the currents, or at least that's what folks are saying. But the stuff you just brought me, I might just be able to keep the tar corrosion at bay. Finally. I've shared some data with you as well. Feast your eyes on these grenade launcher and cargo catapult schematics, both new and improved designs. You'll find they're a damn sight better than stuff you used to use back in the UCA. Recently, folks living here have been talking about this group of guys in red they saw creeping around. Got something to do with Higgs, more likely than not. One more thing that's had us worried these days. But now that you're here, I think we can all finally take a breath. Before I forget, got a new suit design to give you as a gift. One favored by a prepper. Try it on for size, why don't you? Something like that. I suspect it was a squad of ghost mechs myself. I heard about you shutting down that weapons factory, but arms and ammo are still finding their ways into the hands of bad guys, aren't they? So Higgs is still stirring up trouble behind the scenes, I presume. We're attempting to develop methods to help folks put a stop to his activities. And the weapon data we shared with you is one of the products of our efforts. I tell you, a world where we don't need these damn things can't come soon. And on the bright side, and if you're up, well, the grenade launcher's been human, mech. Now the cargo cat. However, after launching a pit, it's a way of attacking. Pretty cool, right? It happened sometime. A giant BT, same old story. Chiral network cover, you know. Listen, truth is, I figured if I did, that BB pop doesn't have my brother's. Promise me you'll never. He's gone. But, so, an order with your name, a request from a guy. Come to think of it, it's filed under. Right. I'll leave you to it.
Fine work, also.
Order completed. Well done.
Your service in transporting this cargo is appreciated. The delivery will be assigned to another.
repair job, she's practically sparkling.
Good morning, Sam. Sam. You know, Sam, I saw that you to think that, namely, if this is, you have to test. You